10.
That child, even if it was born in the United States, is a U.S. citizen, has every right granted to U.S. citizens under the laws and Constitution of this country. They'll be deported too.
Children born to immigrant parents inside the United States being denied birth certificates. Some El Paso parents come to CBS 4 claiming that is happening to their kids, all because the adults are not U.S. citizens. With that, good evening, everyone. I'm Shelton Dotson.
And I'm Patricia Maes. A spokesperson for the Border Network for Human Rights says the state of Texas has limited the documents they accept to allow parents to obtain birth certificates for their children. The El Paso County Clerk maintains the standards have never changed during her time in office. CBS 410's Courtney Shoneman shows us the struggle some local families are facing. And while El Paso County leaders say this is not an issue right here in the borderland, now this is a CBS 4 exclusive.
Parents I spoke to say their children need birth certificates for things like school and medical care, but can't get them even though they were born here in El Paso. The Texas Department of Health Services is currently being sued by families who maintain the state ordered local counties to stop accepting Mexican IDs, a problem some El Paso families say they're dealing with.
And what we've seen over the years is this tightening, increasing tightening of what documentation is acceptable for a parent to get a copy of their child's birth certificate.
It's a problem a mother I spoke with says she's dealing with. She doesn't want to be identified, and she says El Paso County officials refuse to accept the Mexican ID, and her one-month-old daughter's civil rights are being violated.
Porque no tengo because I don't have a driver's license from the state of Chihuahua or a passport from Mexico, they denied me. I only had with me the matrícula consular.
She tells me her husband has been detained by immigration for more than a month.
It speaks to a really broken and flawed and horribly and needlessly aggressive immigration system that we're willing to break up families to the point where we will leave a U.S. citizen and child in the country as we deport their parents.
Robert Hyman with the Border Network for Human Rights says Mexican-issued IDs used to be accepted. But El Paso County Clerk Delia Briones says in her 8 years in office, she has never recognized it.
Anybody can look it up, and on there, it states our office does not accept matricular consular as an independent form of a valid identification.
Susana Herrera says her 2 children were given birth certificates here in El Paso, but need new ones due to 15 years of wear and tear.
I've gone at least 3 times to get a new one. All 3 times they denied me.
If it's worn and torn, a lot of them have been reproduced, and there's a lot of fraud that goes on in this office.
Briones says the confusion surrounding acceptable documents began when other Texas county clerks chose to recognize the matricula.
John Warren, who I know in Dallas, that county clerk was taking them, and we'd have conversations, and I didn't understand why. And if the law was very clear to me.
Families argue the Mexican government has made the matricula ID more secure, and it should be accepted.
Until I get my marching orders from the state, it's a legal matter. And that's just what I go by. You know, it's not a county clerk problem. I see it as a state and federal problem.
Briones says despite the family struggle to get documents at her office, anyone can get a birth certificate on the county website.
You don't even have to provide any paperwork to this office. You know when you were born. You know your parents' names. So then it's mailed to you.
Her office sees 25 to 35 online requests each day.
I don't see it as a problem in El Paso. You may describe it as such, but because that avenue of how to get it is there, it may cost you, you know, a few dollars more.
Maybe they're hoping it's all too much and that we'll just say, oh, well, guess I'll go back to Mexico. But I'm not leaving my kids here, not alone.
Hyman says the federal lawsuit being led jointly by the Texas Civil Rights Project and the Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid is a step in the right direction.
The fact that it took 2 years to get here is a sign of just sort of the power that the state of Texas has to harass undocumented immigrants, to make their lives difficult, and to make them jump over hurdle after hurdle after hurdle.
30 families are now involved in this lawsuit. A federal judge declined their request to issue a temporary order so the children of undocumented parents could get birth certificates. The Texas Attorney General's office applauded the decision, saying the procedures in place are to protect the identities of U.S. citizens. Reporting live in the studio, Courtney Shoneman, CBS 4 at 10.